My son cheated on his wife. That's our topic today, and we are going to get into that. If you have yet to subscribe to our channel, please do that. If you have a question, put it in the box. We will get to you as soon as possible. When your son cheats, it devastates everyone in the family. Everyone is hurt. The children, the wife, yourself, your husband, the extended family, siblings. Everyone has some pain, feels betrayed and hurt by your son. Now, I want to walk through this in several levels. So first, let's talk about him. He is 100% responsible for cheating. If you blame the wife in any way, he will not be able to take full responsibility. Now, this is where blood is thicker than water. You want to take sides. You want to defend him. You want to protect him. That is not in your best interest in any way at this point. Because if they stay together, there will always be this kind of tension or wall unless you take full responsibility and ask her to forgive you. There will be this wall between you and her, which may impact your relationship with your grandchildren. Let the person who committed the crime be responsible. Because he had other options. He could have went to counseling. He could have sought some kind of way of negotiating his needs to get met. He could have went to a pastor. He could have done other things other than cheat. Cheating is a personal decision. It's a moral failure on their own side of the fence. It is not about her. Now, may she have issues? Maybe so. But that is not a reason to cheat. It's a reason to work through those issues. So if he cheats, he needs to find out why he cheated. If he has a porn addiction, a masturbation addiction that has been going on since he's been a teenager, that was a strong influence as to why he could have cheated. Could he have been drunk? That could be a factor, but still he put himself in a situation that he knew was vulnerable for himself. There are reasons why men cheat for entertainment, using sex services. There's several reasons why they cheat. Now, he may want to blame the wife. Don't let him do that. Do not let him do that. If your son cheats, you say, son, this is your decision. You made it. Whether it was a one-night stand, a prostitute, or an ongoing affair, he made a series of decisions to make this happen. Blaming her is not helpful for him. And will help him to discover why he cheated. Because if he doesn't discover the why, he will cheat on the next wife or this wife again and again. If he makes excuses, he will find excuses in the future. The only path to healing for him is responsibility. Now, if he does have a sexual addiction, he can get into a phone support group. He can work on many of the materials that are on our website. He can call 719-278-3708 to get help for himself. Now let's talk about her. If you want to be intelligent in the way that you treat her, I'm going to strongly recommend you watch or read the book, Partner Betrayal Trauma. She's been traumatized, regardless of what you think about her, regardless of how you judge her. She has been betrayed at the deepest, corest level of her being, spiritually, emotionally, financially, sexually. Her past, her present, her future are all changing because of your son's decision. Now, you can have compassion on her, but I think it's intelligent compassion. Many of these women suffer complete symptoms of PTSD, depression. They have all kinds of things that are statistically proven in the material, Partner Betrayal Trauma. You can go to that website, .org, partnerbetrayaltrauma.org. There's a lot of information. You can go to YouTube and you can find a lot of information on Partner Betrayal Trauma. Because you can be helpful if you understand she's not herself. You can be helpful if you can support her pain and hear her pain. You cannot be helpful if all you do is blame her and shut her out. That's going to impact your relationship long term. Now, that can be helpful information for you to get a hold of so that you can integrate the betrayal that your son has caused. Now let's talk about their marriage. Their marriage is going to be in kind of a hard season. Recovering from whatever he did and finding out why he did it is his own journey. Her journey of healing is her journey of healing. And then there's the marriage. Now we do, at Heart to Heart Counseling Center, we do marriage intensives. We do these intensives every week. They're 5 days long. And if they need financial support, that's a way that you can help them to find out the why, to verify he's telling the truth, to give them a plan to move forward for him, for her, and for their marriage. I have seen thousands of couples heal from infidelity. Thousands. I've been counseling for almost 40 years. I'm the president of the American Association for Sex Addiction Therapy. I have spent my entire career helping couples heal from infidelity. So I know it's possible. It will take both people to be willing to do the work. One person cannot save the marriage, and she may not choose to work on the marriage, and that's her choice to do that. And that'll be hard for you to accept it. That's her choice. Maintain a good relationship with her, and you will have a relationship with your grandchildren. It's so important long term. Throwing her under the bus is not a solution for anybody in this situation. And then also deal with your own pain, whether you're the father or mother or sibling. This is painful for you. You've been betrayed as well, because he stood up before God, himself and all his friends and her and all her friends and family, and said, I will forsake all others. That wasn't conditional based on how you treat me, based on a good day, a bad day, based on what's going on in our life. It wasn't conditional. It was a promise that I would be faithful to her. And that promise was before God. It wasn't just before all these people. And as parents, you spent tons of money on that ceremony. You were there when you made that promise. And so they have to work through these issues, how you can be supportive, if you can help pay for the counseling, if you can get the materials, if you need to house one of them for a while, if they need to be separated, and be able to navigate that, but with grace. Judgment is your worst enemy early on when you find out your son is cheated. Blaming helps nobody in this situation. Being open to each other's pain, each other's understanding of what's going on, okay, but don't allow it to digress into scapegoating the wife so that the husband, your son, doesn't take full responsibility and mature in this process. I've seen thousands of men mature and they never cheated again, okay? And that can be his story. Their story can be a happily ever after still. I've seen thousands of couples have happily ever afters after infidelity. Your role is to love them both. Okay, you look at her as a daughter and you would feel incredibly different feelings if this was your daughter and your son-in-law cheated. Look at her as a daughter and you will have compassion. Look at him as a son and expect him to become a man in this process and to take responsibility and to heal and to mature so that he doesn't repeat these behaviors. And if the marriage has irreconcilable differences, they can sort that out in counseling and figure out if they want to move forward or if they can't move forward. This is the journey they have to take. You're in the stands, you're not on the field. So what you want to do is support, encourage, and celebrate them as they move forward, and validate the pain that she's in is your strongest way to support her. It must be, I would feel sad myself. I would feel angry. I would feel hurt. I would feel compared. I would feel less than. I would feel depressed. Validate that her feelings are real. That is the way that you can be supportive for the whole system to have the best potential to heal. Now, I hope this has been helpful. And if they really do want to do an intensive or they want to do some phone counseling, call the office. And if they're young and don't have the resources, help them out, because it may be the difference between them making it or not making it. That phone number is on your screen. You can call that. We want to encourage you. There's lots of materials, over 800 videos we have on YouTube, so that they can find different pockets of how they can be supported. Well, I hope this has been helpful. And again, if you have yet to subscribe, hit that button. If you have a question, put it in the box. Until next time.